Hello everyone and welcome to Zara's Story Blog. I'm Zara Arianamandan and today I'm going to be reading for you Beware of the Arugula, written and illustrated by Christy Berge. This book is about Aboriginal people. This book was made by an Aboriginal person, and Aboriginal people are the people who came in Australia before other people came to Australia. So this book was from an Australian person and an Aboriginal person. And all the pictures that this book has were Aboriginal art. One day long ago, two boys set out early morning to go fishing with their wado, their brother-in-law. So here's two boys and their brother-in-law, and they're gonna catch fish. And did you know Aboriginal people didn't use fishing rods like we do? They used these tools that they made from rocks. When they arrived at the river, Wado left the boys by themselves. And he went to hunt kangaroos. The boys soon started catching a lot of fish with their spears, so they were so excited that they didn't notice they were being watched by Algera, the bush devil. Every time the boys caught a fish, they threw it behind them and it landed with a thud. Soon an older boy noticed that he threw a fish behind him and it didn't make a sound. So here's Algera's orange hand, and here's a fish, a blue fish. And here's the boy, and I think he's looking at Algera. When he turned around and he saw all the fish bones, he cried out, "Who's been eating all our fish?" So here's the two boys screaming, and also here's a lot of fish bones that Algera ate. "I have," roared Algera. And before they knew it was happening, Algera ran out from his hiding place and swallowed both the boys with one giant gulp. So here's Algera, and I think it looks like he's swallowing. It looks like he's got the boys in his mouth. Algera was feeling full and sleepy. After such a big feed, he had found a nice shady place under some pandanus trees, and he lay down to rest. After a while, Wadu came back from his hunting trip. He came to the boys. There he had left the boys, but where they were gone. He cried out, "Where are you boys?" But there was no answer. So here's Wadu carrying a kangaroo that he killed. And also here's the fish bones again. Water searched a whole area until he noticed some huge footprints in the sand. He knew straight away that those footprints belonged to Algera. Algera had taken the boys, he thought. So here's Algera's big footprints. They're almost as big as my hands. He followed the footprints until he saw Algera fast asleep in the distance. He could see the outline of the boys in Algera's belly. Wadu hid behind an anthill and tried to think of a way to save the boys. He came up with a plan. Wadu sneaked up to Algera and took out his hunting knife and cut the boys out of Algera's belly, then replaced them with 2 large stones the same size as the boys. Algera will never know. The boys were not breathing. Wadu took them to the nearby ants' nest, and the ants bite the boys all over. Each bite shocked them, and they started to twitch until they shocked back to life. They started to breathe. So here's some ants, and here's Algera. Not Algera, here's Maru. And here's one of the boys, and he's hanging upside down. Lying upside down. As sun was setting over the horizon, Wadu made a fire and collected some special leaves to smoke the boys. This cleansed their spirits, and they were ready for the long journey back home. Such after a happy day, the boys were happy to be safe and sound back with their family. They promised that they would always watch out for Algera and to never take more fish than they needed. No moral, not summary. So the moral of this story is that this is a story not to be greedy, which means you're taking all the things that you want, not that you need. So this story is about taking things that you need, not the things that you want. So thank you for listening. So thank you for listening to the story and the moral that I just read for you and told you. And if you want to hear more of my stories and learn more of my morals and summaries, like and subscribe to Zara's Story Block. Bye!